A random variable x is known to have a mean of 75 and a standard deviation of 12. A random sample involves 64 measurements of x. What is the probability that the mean of such a sample is, first of all, less than 72, then we're going to do more than 76, and then more than 75 given that it is more than 72. There's some preliminary work to do first here. First of all, how do we expect x bar to be distributed? Well, it's going to be a normal. The mean will be the same as the population mean. And we're told we have a standard deviation of 12 for the population, and n is 64. So this is going to be 12 squared over 64. Remember, this parameter in a normal is the variance. And so then we get a normal, 75, and 12 squared over 64 simplifies to 9 over 4. Now what I normally do is write down that the standard deviation therefore is 3 over 2. It's just the square root of 9 over 4. So the probability of x bar being less than 72 is just something that we can do on the calculator. You should be used to doing this from methods. And let's just find my calculator. Here it is. I like to use the e-activity, the normal CDF e-activity. And we're trying to find a probability here. We're talking less than 72, so I can put negative infinity, or just some really small value in there. The upper is 72 because that's where we're going up to. The standard deviation was 3 over 2, so I can put in 1.5. And the mean for our distribution was 75. And then just hit solve. And that gives me 0.0228. And then more than 76 is the probability of x bar being more than 76. And so we can go back here. Still have only probability, so leave that blue. The lower is going to be 76. The upper will now be infinity. Same standard deviation, same mean. So let's just hit solve, and we get 0.2525. And then more than 75 given that it's more than 72. So that is the probability of x bar being more than 75 given that x bar is more than 72. Okay, that's a conditional probability. So it's the probability that x bar is more than 75, and x bar is more than 72, divided by the probability that x bar is greater than 72. Did I say less than just now? I meant greater than. Now for the top one, both conditions must apply. So greater than 72 is like that. Greater than 75 is like that. So it just becomes greater than 75 because we have to have both applying. So it's just going to be the probability that x bar is greater than 75 divided by the probability of x bar being more than 72. And you can just find both of those values from the calculator and divide, and the answer is 0.5116.